What's up, YouTube? Southern Comic Geek coming to you with another haul video. That's right. If you've been watching my Instagram, you know I'm on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. That's right. Not doing the Willie Nelson deal other than the song. But anyway, we're out hitting comic shops up. And if you want to see what I picked up today, stay tuned for the video. So as you can see, I am not in my normal office or comic room. I am in another hotel room. That's right, because I am in Dallas, Texas. And I went from Shreveport, Louisiana, all the way over to Dallas, Texas. Going to be hooking up with Vincent McLean, the Comic Machine, tomorrow. And so going to be hitting up some comic shops, and I got wind of something else, which I'll tell you about in just a moment. But before I do that, we're getting into all this comic goodness because it's easy to get lost in all the comic goodness. And so go ahead and smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you haven't already, be sure to hit that bell notification so when videos like this drop ever so randomly, you will be one of the first people to know and can make the conscious decision as to whether or not to watch it now or later. But as long as you watch it, we're good. And be sure, if you haven't already, to do everything you can to get all the chances you can to enter the win our 750 subscriber giveaway, which is an X-Men 4. That's right, Scarlett Witch's first appearance, among others, and it can be yours. Not if the price is right, because the price is, of course, right. It's free. But if you are going to enter in to win, there are several ways you can do that. Have multiple opportunities, multiple chances to win. Check out my 600 subscriber giveaway video, and I will leave the link in the description below. So there we go. All right, so the first shop that I stopped at was in Tyler, Texas. And so in Tyler, Texas, there's a little shop. I've been there before, and so I knew that they had a lot of Valiant stuff. And as you know, I've been on a Valiant kick, especially as of late. And so I knew they had a lot of stuff there, and I was going to go check her out. I posted up a Ground Zero Comics. I posted up a video, kind of a 360 degree of inside the comic shop over on my Instagram. So go check that out and give me a follow over there if you haven't already. But they did not disappoint. I did not walk away with an awful lot, but I did walk away with some goodies. Picked up Wrath of the Eternal Warrior, number 14. The really dope cover with him and that battle axe. This is the last issue of that series, and this is the only one I needed to complete my set. So now the circle is now complete. Also picked up The Return of Quantum and Woody, number 5. And as you can see, it seems to have been Quantum and Woody Day where I went. So we got Return of Quantum and Woody, number 3. Quantum and Woody, the GOAT. And if you haven't read Quantum and Woody, there's a thing about the GOAT, but the GOAT is part of it. And it seems like that's kind of an homage to Wolverine 1, where the GOAT's like on top of all the dead bodies. I don't know. Maybe that was intentional. Maybe it wasn't. Then we got Quantum and Woody number 19. And so shout out somebody on the comments, let me know that Christopher Priest was the name change that the artist, the guy went to. He did go by another alias. I had it backwards. I thought he was Christopher Priest and went to something else. Then I got Quantum and Woody number 20. And he must have been doing, talking about him, he must have been doing that Black Panther series about that same time. And so this, of course, is an homage to that. Dark Kitty. So, that was kind of funny. And then picked up some fall of 2019 previews for Valiant for free. And And so free is always the best side. And since I'm a completionist, it would even better. Then I got the facsimile of Star Wars #1. You know, it's amazing these facsimiles actually have some value on them. I guess people are, as the same thing that goes for the second and the third printings, people as the first printings get out of their reach is driving up the value of these right here. I have a #1. I actually have a Whitman and also a regular #1. Unfortunately, I don't have a 35-cent variant. That would be awesome. But mine is in a slab, my #1 that is. And so kind of collecting these old Star Wars Marvel runs. So that was pretty cool. Then I picked up Ninjak 26. This is from the first series. So I only need one more to complete, or two more to complete that set there. And that was, I think, it from that shop. So then I bebop on down the road to Canton, Texas. And again, if you check out my IG, you will see the posts that I did, kind of giving a panoramic of the inside of the shop. That part actually doesn't have the very back part where some more comics were at. Not a huge selection there, but there was a nice enough selection. They had couple of dollar bin boxes, which I actually racked up on, and then some other stuff. Some other stuff was kind of overpriced, but it wouldn't, most of it wasn't too terrible. So I was able to pick up some stuff here. This is what I meant, because then I ended up picking up Quantum and Woody #1. So this book is actually worth something, in decent shape, which this one is. So that was kind of cool. Kind of cool there. Picked it up for $4. Then of that same series, picked up #2. So that was kind of cool. And it was kind of fortuitous that I stopped at the shop, because I had stopped there previously. They were in a different location, and it was around the time of the shutdown. A lot of places were still on the lockdown, and so wasn't able to go there. So they moved back open. But then the other day, I was reading some stuff, and I've got plenty of Warriors of Plasm #1. For those of you who don't know, that is Defiant Comics, which was Jim Shooter's next go at it after he was kicked out of Valiant. He started another company called Defiant. I don't know if that's meaning anything of Defiant, despite them kicking me out. That one didn't work out, and he started another one, which name is escaping me right now. If you know which company that is, leave it in the comments below for everybody that watches this video who might be curious. And that one didn't last very long either. But so I've got Warriors of Plasm #1. I said, I think I'm gonna get the rest of the Warriors of Plasm, because I'll run across them somewhere in dollar bins here, dollar bins there. I'll pick them up eventually. So lo and behold, Warriors of Plasm #2, Warriors of Plasm #3, #4, #5, #6, #7, #8, #9, #10, and #11. So pretty cool. I mean, that's almost the entire set, because I think it goes to like 13. So almost got the entire set. Then I was able to pick up Hardware #1, which was kind of cool, considering that's kind of a hot book right now. All of the Milestone books are, and so it's in pretty good shape. I plan on selling it, so if you're interested in a Hardware 1, let me know. And also got Icon #2. I got like 20 something copies of Icon #1, still polybagged the other day. I sold them all, and have people still asking me about those. And then I'm always a sucker for certain comics, and Wildcats 2 and number 1 are one of them. One, just because I've got several newsstands of it, and two, just that shiny goodness. And so $1, couldn't pass it up. Then talking about Defiant Comics, here's another one of their titles. They didn't really have that many titles. Maybe, I don't even know that they had 10. I think it's less than 10. Again, if you know the answer, leave it in the comments down below. But this is Charlemagne number 1. So that's the first issue. And Charlemagne number 5 is the last issue. So kind of cool, because like I said, just the other day I was like, yeah, I'll put them together. Then I picked up some Transformers, and it's more than meets the eye, because in these Transformers, I was going to get, they had several of them, and they were all relatively, well priced. And so I said, well, I'm going to see about picking up a bunch of these. The problem was, I bought some from Gorilla Todd the other day, and normally when I buy stuff online on a YouTube auction, I normally go ahead and put it in my CLZ app. I did not. And so I probably passed up on some deals because I was being lazy. Happens sometimes. Anyway, I picked up these. I felt pretty safe were not in that lot of his. But this is Transformers 28. Transformers number 11. I was looking for some of the latter issues, which are a lot harder to find, because I knew for sure those weren't in there, but no luck, yay. And so Transformers number 15. And what's interesting to me is when certain ones of these titles in behind big characters. So there's several that Don Perlin did, Don Perlin being the guy with Bloodshot and with Moon Knight. And so if you look at this particular book, it's done by Herb Trimpe. So that's the guy that originally drew Wolverine. And I don't know, they might give him credit as co-creator of Wolverine. I know Len Wein gets it. Then we got Transformers number 29. And it says the first appearance of Decepticon Triple Changer. I had the Autobot Triple Changer, where it changed into, let's see, he was a robot, he was a battleship, and then he was or an aircraft carrier, and then he was a plane, it seems. So, yeah, pretty cool. Then I don't run into these very much. So this is from Acclaim Comics. It's Windjammer, so it's not Valiant. And so I'm going to have to do a little research on the comic book. But I knew that these existed because I used to see advertisements for them. And so I don't know if Acclaim, and there's advertisements in here for the Valiant Comics for that day. I don't know if they ran like a different line, kind of like Marvel did with the New Universe or Star Comics, or DC did with Vertigo. I don't know if Acclaim did that with Windjammer and with Valiant, because this is Valeria the She-Bat. And if you notice up here, Neil Adams. So Neil Adams actually draws not only the cover, but does the entire book. And so this is from 1995. And it's Windjammer Comics, which is owned by Acclaim, which is Valiant Comics too. So I don't know if they're running it separate or not. But again, if you know, let me know by putting it in the comments below. Thought that was pretty cool. Then I got Turok, Son of Stone. This is one of the latter issues. This is issue 127. And so it wasn't but $3. cool painted cover here. So I'm going to pick that up. And then this is really good segue. And I'd like to say that I actually meant to do this, but I didn't. It just kind of worked this way. So here's the segue. Darth Maul #1. So this is kind of cool. I needed this book for that set and got Darth Maul. Now, how does this segue? Because I found out when I was in S&J Comics about Ray Park signing, and I remember seeing something about Ray Park going to be signing in Texas. Didn't think nothing else about it, didn't think anything, whatever. So, come to find out, he's going to be signing tomorrow. So that's Friday, December the 18th. He's going to be signing at a comic shop here in Dallas, where I'm going to be at. So I am about 90% sure that I'm going to stay around later tomorrow to get him to sign my pop. So if you were watching my live video that I did yesterday, you saw that I picked up yesterday at 2nd and Charles a Darth Maul pop. So I've got it with me. If I had known about it, and I would have probably got, even though I don't typically like, so like this right here, I wouldn't want him to sign that because that's not his picture, even though he's Darth Maul, but he didn't have nothing to do with the comic book. However, if on a photo cover, I probably would be okay with him signing that comic book. Weird, I know, but we all have our idiosyncrasies, right? And so, yeah, and I've got that pop, so it just kind of fell into place. So I'm almost positive I'm going to get that done tomorrow. If I do, you will know because you will probably see a video and you will probably see it on Instagram. So be checking that out. And then segue from pop to pop, picked up Batman, actually the Joker, from the 1989 Batman, the Jack Nicholson Batman. So there are 2 in that set, and I've already got the Batman one because I picked it up at Funko's home office when I went last year. So picked that up while I was up there and got to thinking, man, you know, I need to get that Joker, Jack Nicholson Joker to go with it. And so picked it up while I was in that little comic shop there. So, well, that is it for today. That was enough, but I am not done yet. No, the show must go on. I have got to get to see more comics. So, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be meeting Vincent McLean, the Comic Machine, who couldn't benefit any more from his hobby and his name rhyming. But supposed to meet him tomorrow. Going to hit up some comic shops and dig deep into some long boxes and hopefully come up with some goodies. And so if you're not subscribed to Vincent McLean, the Comic Machine, check him out. You know, he did a interview with Jim Mint this past Monday, so a couple days ago. And if you hadn't checked that out, go check that out. And if you haven't checked out my 600 subscriber video giveaway, as well as a 750 subscriber announcement, check that video out and find out how you can enter to win an X-Men #4. It can be in your collection. That's right. And depending on how fast we get through to 750, it'll be this year or next year. But having said that, I do appreciate everybody that watches my live shows or my recorded shows. In either case, as long as you watch, we appreciate it. And until next time, keep reading and keep collecting. Adios.